now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Good evening and welcome live to Full Velocity Racing Network. Some bugs trying to get taken care of here early on in the going. Just completed the move. Just completed my setup here tonight as these guys are getting ready, locked and loaded. Did not get some of the things off I would have liked to got off. I thought they were disappearing, but they are currently on the racing grid here for heat race number 1. I believe 42 drivers involved in this one here tonight is what I've seen here coming into the server. Just a tad bit late here tonight, like I said. Just out and about trying to make sure I am moved. I finally got this stuff to the new location. Wife and kids still at the other location here tonight and trying to figure out everything. Getting it locked and loaded here for DWR Sunday Night Shootout here live at Williams Grove Speedway. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen here tonight. Sunday Night Shootout version. Again, we watched the 84 machine of E.J. Jones pick up the win here on Wednesday night at Williams Grove as these guys getting locked and loaded here for heat race number 1. Take a look down at the drop order. It's going to be E.J. Jones, Seabird, Tuberville, Clymer, Ramsey, Bronson, Pruitt, Swatek, and Lowen. Those 9 cars are going to be here in your heat race number 1 as we get locked and loaded here to go here on Full Velocity Racing Network. The green flag comes out. We're racing here with heat race number 1. 8 laps going to be the distance here. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Bronson already a tad bit sideways, but out in the lead is E.J. Jones in that number 84 machine. Just taking a look at his in-car camera here to go on board with E.J. Jones in that number 84 machine, just lifting. Almost looks like he's lifting that left front up off the ground. Again, it's a street stock, so he's probably not. It kind of feels like that gives you the negative feel there. But we're going to see E.J. Jones here out front here in that number 84 machine. We're going to go back here to the camera. Here's E.J. Jones still running in the top spot. Chad Bird 4-2 as we're going down through here, just trying to see what's going on with the camera views here tonight. Is not sure what is going on here. So I think I figured this one out here. Just keep the microphone live. Chad Bird running in that second spot. Third is Greg Tuberville in that number 20 machine. A different looking number 20 here tonight. As maybe trading paint's not all the way loaded as of yet. The number 13 machine in a pretty good battle there with the 98 of David Clymer. Clymer down to the inside, side by side battle there with the 13 machine. And right now it looks like Tuberville holding on to that third spot. Bronson right now trapped back there. Justin Pruitt had another good run here on Wednesday night. Pruitt right now mired back in that 6th position. Meanwhile, it's E.J. Jones showing the quick way around here, a lot like he did on Wednesday night. He had to come from deep in the field on Wednesday night. Here in that Cedar Cove sponsored machine coming through turns 3 and off of turn number 4. E.J. Jones going to get the halfway home signal. 4 in, 4 to go here. Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The number 17 of Chad Bird running in that 2nd spot. Still Tuberville for 3. 4th right now is David Clymer. Caleb Ramsey is running in that 5th spot. E.J. Jones flashes by that start finish line. Chad Bird for 2. Tuberville is now right up to his rear bumper there, sniffing there, trying to get into position number 2 in that number 20 machine. These guys doing a fantastic job just looking at the faraway camera, just watching how these guys have gapped themselves here in heat race number 1 for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout at Williams Grove. Coming by the start finish line, they are going to get popsicle sticks in there. 2 more trips around the speedway for the Cedar Cove number 84 of E.J. Jones. The number 17 machine of Bird still running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Tuberville. Now looking down to the inside here as they already enter the back straightaway here. The 4th spot is the number 98 of David Clymer. Into turn number 3. Looks like they're going to get white flag coming off of turn number 4. No real big hiccups here in heat race number 1. It's Full Velocity Racing Network bringing you the coverage, your source for your esports racing entertainment here on iRacing.com. As we get white flag out is the number 84 machine of E.J. Jones. Got about a 10 car length advantage. But the battle for that 2nd spot, the number 17 machine there in Tuberville, they were pretty close knit together. Now the gap between those guys is lengthened down the back straightaway to turn number 3. And off of turn number 4 for the final time, picking up heat race number 1 is going to be the 84 of E.J. Jones. Chad Bird is going to be for 2nd. 3rd is going to be Greg Tuberville. And 4th is going to be David Clymer in that number 98 machine. As this time we'll get a chance to do live grid here. Starting on the pole, driving the 117, that's Derek Debris. His dance partners outside, driving the number 46 machine, that's Bailey Hibb. Inside row number 2, starting in the 3rd starting position, that's Casey Brunson aboard the 010 machine. And the Evil One himself starts on the outside, driving the number 21 machine, that's Jim Revis. Inside row number 3, starting in the 8th starting position, that's the number 8 machine, that is Austin Miner. And his dance partners outside, Joshua Ely aboard the double knot 9. Inside row number 4, starting in the 7th starting position, the number 73 machine, that's Stephen Moore. Moore aboard the number 73. And Raging Ron Pyle is going to start outside row number 4 in that 8th starting position. Shotgun on the field here in heat race number 2 is going to be Brendan Huff aboard the number 24 machine. We called for 9 cars. We have 9 cars staging and ready to race here at Williams Grove. Heat race number 2 is coming your way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just on me, all by my lonesome in the booth tonight. I'm Todd Stanton, Too Tall Todd Stanton, the producer and the announcer here at Full Velocity Racing Network. And there's some other leagues going on here on the Facebook Live as these guys get ready to do a fantastic job here tonight. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. If you like to play in the dirt, you like that full fender frenzy, you got it right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You also got some other things going on here throughout the Facebook pages. You can check those out. But I invite you guys to stay here right alongside of me here at the Williams Grove Speedway with the Street Stocks and the full fender frenzy here, getting ready to get like the wick here momentarily for heat race number 2. Want to thank all the viewers for joining me here. The little bit of a late start. Had to get a quick breather here for Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, changing atmospheres here in my own shindig now. My wife gets at the old one. We're here at the new one. Just had to set it up really quick today. We're getting ready to light the wick off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air, and we're racing here with heat race number 2. It is Derek Dubry, the 46 of Bentley Hip, running in that 2nd spot. Third is the 0-1-0. Brunson. Brunson now dives down to the bottom. Here comes the evil one himself. Jim Revis, 3 wide up through the middle. He fits it there and now moves up to the top shelf for the Speedway. He puts himself into that third spot. Meanwhile, Austin Miners now dives down to the bottom side. Looks like Revis gets a tad bit tight in that number 21. More contact made. They were going 4 wide off of corner number 4. But it is Derek Debris in that 117 machine leading the way here with the 0-1-0 of Brunson running in that second spot. Revis gets turned in the 21. What a great save by Revis, but going to lose a little bit of real estate. Gets turned again by Bailey Hip. And Revis hard into the inside wall. And that number 21 machine, I know he's not going to be one happy camper. And that number 21 machine, a lot of things going on there for Jim Revis. Derek Debris right now running in the top spot in that 117 machine. Casey Brunson running in second for 3 is Austin Miners. Joshua Ely running in that 4th spot. 5th is Raging Ron Piles aboard the number 68 machine. He's on the outside looking to try to make it into the feature go here. 42 cars here tonight. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad to be a part of it here this evening. Taking a sip of one of my favorite drinks here, the Body Armor. Fantastic drink here to keep me hydrated here during the warm spell that we had here in upstate New York. Not quite so warm now. We've seen some snow here just a little bit ago, and unfortunately after 65 degrees, I cannot believe the weather swing, but again, I am in upstate New York. Meanwhile, up front, Derek Debris, still your current race leader in the 117 machine. The 0-1-0 is running in second to Brunson. Miners running for 3 in that number 8 machine. These guys are pretty locked together here as we have been halfway home. 4 and 4 to go this time by. We're going to flash by that start finish line. Means 3 laps to go here at the Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Again, Debris leading the way here, showing the quick way around. Brunson still lurking over the bottom side. Williams Grove normally makes for some great racing here in these 3 stock cars. We're going down into turn, almost clipping the gate was Debris. Look how close he was down into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, he's going to see that popsicle sticks up in the air here for heat race number 2. 2 more trips around for that 117 machine. The number 0-1-0 still running in second. Austin Miners for 3. Joshua Ely is 4th in the double knot 9 machine. Ron Piles, Bailey Hip, Stephen Moore, and Jim Revis. Brendan Hoff already out of this event here coming down into turn number 3. So you're going to see that white silk. Can Brunson do anything with Debris, or can Miners jump up here and try to do something with the top 3? I know they're all in qualifying positions, so you might not see these guys move just as much here, but a heat race win is a heat race win in the terminology that we got here. DWR Sunday Night Shootout down the back straightaway. These guys staying pretty much single file down into turn number 3. It is Debris, then Brunson, Miners, Ely. That is your top 4 here. Off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 2. It's going to be the 117 of Derek Debris. In second, it's going to be Casey Brunson. Austin Miners is going to be for 3. 4th is going to be Joshua Ely, Ron Piles, Bailey Hip, Stephen Moore, and Jim Revis. Round out your field that was left running. As heat race number 3 comes to post, starting on the pole, driving the number 62 machine here tonight. That's Jamie Massey. His dates are part of the outside, driving the 0-1-0 machine. That is Brayton Richards. Next row back, starting that third starting position, driving the number 71. That's the Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler. And his dates are part of the outside, driving the number 14. That's R.J. Klein. Next row back, starting in the third starting position, that's number 16. That's David Blackburn. Chadwick Rigby going to start off in the 6th spot in that number 53 machine. Inside, row number 4 is going to be the number 40 machine of Jordan Cody, and outside of him will be the 406 of R.J. Packer. Shotgun on the field should be the number 83 of Ryan Oakes, not answering the call here for tonight's event at Williams Grove here and heat race number 3. Got to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors and Again, Evil One graphics are not only good, they are evil. Jim Revis, those guys have been fantastic, been busy. Jim has been busy at work here, and I know he's gave us a little bit of shindig or two about logos and stuff here on Full Velocity Network, but I tell you, we make sure we try to get them back to him as quickly as possible here. But Jim Revis doing a fantastic job. If you want a great wrap, come over to Evil One Graphics and hit him up, and he'll make sure you have a great wrap. I know numbers have been really concentrated here. I also got to thank Spotafora Firearms. Brendan Spotafora, been a lifelong sponsor here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Cannot forget Spotafora Firearms. Also can't thank CNC Race Designs, Jameson Colbert's Big Country, doing a fantastic job. Whether those two guys are not busy, you got Evil One or Jameson Colbridge, hit those guys up and see if they can do it. Oh, man, lots of contact going on as we got a lot of warp in the field as of right now. Not sure who that was through the field. It looked like the number 16 of Blackburn. I'm not 100% positive, but there was some warp going on there. As Jamie Massey is your current race leader in that number 62 machine. Second is the 010 Richards. Here comes Iceman. Daniel Stifler down to the inside. RJ Klein to the outside. And that number 14 machine. The showstopper, Jamie Massey in the number 62 machine, trying to wheel in heat race number 3. We'll see if he'll be able to hold on. He's got a lot of hungry competitors right directly behind him. In the form of Richards, Stifler, and Klein right there. Those are your top 4. Blackburn right now on the outside looking in that number 16 machine. But I tell you what, Blackburn been getting fast here each and every week. I've been seeing him start to lurk coming towards the front in the number 16 machine. So we'll see what Blackburn has in store for some of these guys. As the top 5 are pretty close together, but they're pretty much single file here through turns 3 and 4. As we're looking down through here, Massey just holding on. Let's see if we can find a battle through the field here. Looks like Klein looking down to the bottom here. Richards right now holding on to the second spot, but RJ Klein, moves down to the bottom side here into turn number 3 once again, trying to take another shot at the 010 machine. Braden Richards. Massey looks like he slipped up the track just a tad bit as we get halfway in, halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go here at Williams Grove Speedway. For the number 62, the showstopper, Jamie Massey. The 010 machine of Richards running in that second spot. Third is RJ Klein, and fourth is Stifler. Stifler now working over the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to get something going. Here comes Klein down to the bottom, slinging it in deep. He gets a little bump there from the 71 of Stifler. Stifler now got the momentum on the top shelf of the Speedway. He pulls up alongside the Klein down the front straightaway. As the number 71 and the 14 battle it out, duke it out for that third spot. Klein having a little bit of an issue down the back straightaway, but his Stifler so far. Slider by the 14 machine kind of uproots the 71. Stifler just a tad bit. I didn't know if he knew Stifler was there. That's going to drop kick Stifler back into the clutches of Blackbird. The 14 all by his lonesome now in that third spot as we got 2 more trips around the Speedway for the showstopper, Jamie Massey. Richards still right there, hawking him, trying to figure out if he can get around that number 62 machine or is he going to settle in for that second position here. We're going to find out. We have 1 more lap to find out. Off of turn number 4 here for heat race number 3. White flag going to be in there. Can the showstopper Jamie Massey hold on here to heat race number 3? Here comes RJ Klein down to the bottom side of Richards, trying to pull it off once again. Stifler now back to the top side. He's got some momentum here for that third spot, but off a turn into turn number 3 and off a turn number 4 here. Going to pick up heat race number 3. Going to be the showstopper Jamie Massey. Second's going to go Braden Richards. Third is going to be a drag race. Looks like RJ Klein. Nope, Daniel Stifler going to nip him at the line, then RJ Klein for 4. So as we get ready to roll off here with heat race number 4, it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, no stranger here to victory lane on Full Velocity Racing Network. That's the big monkey. That's Rocky Battenfield driving the number 97 machine. His dancing partner outside is Kyle Surratt aboard the number 25 machine. Inside row number 2, starting in that third starting position, that's the 7-11 of Terry Joyner. Joyner in the 7-11, Josh Peacock will be his dancing partner to the outside, starting fourth. Inside row number 3, starting in the fifth starting position, that's the 178, that's Steven Redudes. And outside him will be the number 99 of Preston Williams. Preston Williams aboard the number 99. Inside row number 4, that is the Tennessee Tumbler himself, driving the number 124. Proud Papa, I should say, just having birth. Well, I should say he was having birth, because he would be $1 million man if he was having birth. But him and his fiancee giving birth, his fiancee giving birth to a baby. So the 124 rolls a newcomer to fatherhood here as the Tennessee Tumbler. Congratulations to him. He's rolling off in that 7th starting position. And rolling off shotgun on the field, driving is the number 60 machine here tonight. The 6 it says, but it's actually the 60. That's Trace Williams. You got to thank EJ Jones for joining us out there in the chat box. EJ, hello, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network. Glad you could tune in here from your busy night of partying there. That number 84 machine. We're getting locked and loaded here for heat race number 4. I cannot believe all the cars that come here to DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Yes, entries are closed for this season, but I tell you what, if you're missing out on this season, make sure you get involved for next season here on DWR Sunday Night Shootout, and cannot wait to see what's going to happen here in heat race number 4. Green flag's going to fly. It is Battenfield in the 25 of Surratt. Surratt right now running in that second spot. In that number 25 machine, the 7-11 of Joyner down to the inside, almost 3 wide there. For the second spot, it is Rocky Battenfield with your current race lead. In that number 97 machine, trying to hold off charges from Kyle Surratt and Joyner in that 7-11. Here comes Joyner down to the bottom, side by side for that second spot. Surratt up to the top side, Joyner down to the bottom side. Has to give it up just a tad bit in that 7-11 machine. He falls back into line. Rocky Battenfield showing the quick way around here momentarily. That number 25 is Surratt, though, working right there in lockstep with the number 97. Joyner right there for 3. Peacock is running in that 4th spot. The number 99 machine has moved his way up to that 5th spot. That's Preston Williams aboard the number 99 machine. But Rocky Battenfield, Big Monkey, showing the quick way around. It is Rocky Battenfield down the back straightaway here. He's led all the laps so far. And that number 97 machine, Surratt, still comfortable in that 2nd spot. But the 7-11 Joyner keeps peeking down to the bottom, trying to get the forward bite off the corner. Cannot do it. He gets a tad bit loose off of turn number 4. And that number 7-11 machine, as we have 5 laps to go here in the heat race number 4. Here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Here is Full Velocity Racing Network. Surratt down to the bottom side here, trying to work something here to try to catch the number 97 as we get halfway home. Cross flags in the air. Halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go for the Williams Grove Speedway here. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It has been all Rocky Battenfield here in heat race number 4. Surratt still running in second, but he's in a nice battle there with the 7-11 of Terry Joyner. Joyner down to the bottom side here in the side-by-side battle there, coming through turn number 3. It is Surratt to the top shelf of the Speedway. Joyner down to the bottom. Here off of turn number 4, they're going to see 3 more laps here for this race here, running in that 2nd spot. Great race going on for a second. Preston Williams right now has moved his way up into that 4th spot. Williams having a good run in that number 99 machine. Rocky Battenfield continues to lead, and now he is lengthening that lead in that number 97 machine over Kyle Surratt running in second. But like he said, he's trapped in a battle with the 7-11 of Joyner as popsicle sticks go in the air here. 2 more trips around to settle this battle for the 2nd spot. It looks like Battenfield just driving away as the Surratt drifts up the track, going to leave the door wide open for the 7-11 of Joyner. Just does not see that Joyner can get the edge off the corner. I'm not sure with that 7-11 machine as he's down to the bottom once again, but Surratt's able to stay in the throttle up next to the cushion. Makes a mistake off of 4 though as white flag comes out in the air. Surratt still running for 2. Rocky Battenfield's pretty much pulled away, pretty much secured here. Heat race number 4 down the back, straight away into turn number 3. But the battle for that second spot's waged. The number 99, or Williams right there. Who is it going to be second here? Is Battenfield going to take down the win here in heat race number 4? Drag race down to the start finish line. It's going to be Kyle Surratt for second. Third is going to be Joyner. Fourth is going to be Preston Williams. The field starting to line up here for the 5th, and I believe this is the final heat race of the evening. It is the 5th and final heat race of the evening. It's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 073, that is Steve Robbins. Robbins aboard the 073 machine. And Jason Salter, Racing Jason, going to roll off on the outside in that Trash Panda Graphics sponsored machine. Next row back, starting in the third starting position, that's the number 15 machine. That's Chase Wascom. Wascom aboard the number 15. And outside of him will be the number 1. That's Alex Brewer. Brewer aboard the number 1. Rolling off into 5th starting position. If he can get a win, we'll change his nickname. That's Electric Eric Eichstead aboard the number 12 machine. And David Brewer rolls off 6th. Rolling off in the 7th position, that's a 622 machine. That is Ryan Baker. And his dancing brother outside, that is the number 193. That's Brandon Joy. 8 cars we called for. We have 8 cars out there. 5 big heat races here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And man, this has been worked up to be a show. And I see a Green Bay Packers fan aboard that 073 machine of Steve Robbins. So I can see Green Bay colors on that machine. As the 10 of Racing Jason Salter is on the outside. Trash Panda Graphics sponsor machine. Chase Wascom running in the third spot, going to start off in third. You can see Trash Panda Graphics also on that number 15 machine. And then you got the number 1 of Alex Brewer, who's been lightning fast, just hasn't been able to finish any of the races as of late. But just watch out for him here. Rather soon you're going to see a win out of that number 1 machine. And you got Electric Eric Eichstad rolling off in 5th. And I tell you what, man, he's had a lot of bad luck. Led a lot of laps in that 12 machine, and see if Eichstead can do something here tonight to try to prove himself wrong from Wednesday night, and see if Eichstead can come marching through the field. Gotta thank all you guys. Stars donations here. If you like what you see here on Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you hit us up with some star donations. As green flag going to come out here, racing here for heat race number 5. 8 laps will be the distance here, and we're going to settle it here. All the heats will be all over and in the books. As it's the 073 machine of Steven Robbins out to the early advantage. The number 10 of Racing Jason in a lockstep battle there with the number 15 of Wascom. Wascom down to the bottom side there in the number 15 machine. Side by side battle for that second spot. Taking a look, we have a lot of fans out there for Brandon Joy in that 193 machine. A lot of fans out there cheering for him. So hopefully he can do rather well here tonight. Right now, running in that 7th position. Do my best to keep you updated because I see a lot of fans out there at Facebook Live. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make sure you give us some star donations. Make sure you share the link. Let everybody know Full Velocity Racing Network's live, large, and in charge here for the Dirt Series here. The DWR Sunday Night Shootout, the Dirt Series version of the Street Stocks, I should say. Here, as we call it up in the Northeast, is we call them actually pure stocks, but it's a dirt car, I should say, Street Stocks. As meanwhile, your race leader is the 073 of Steve Robbins, Racing Jason Salter running in that second spot. Salter now down to the bottom side there, as we can see a nice drag race down the back straight away with the 073 of Steve Robbins. Trying to take a drink of my body armor here in between, trying to catch my breath. But Salter down to the bottom, side-by-side battle for that top spot. Drag race down to the start-finish line as they get the halfway home signal. 4 in, 4 to go here at Williams Grove, heat race number 5. And Salter trying to work over the bottom, trying to go where everybody is not going as of yet. And that is the 073 of Robbins and Wascom. Those guys up top So isn't the Alex Brewer machine in the number 1 machine. We'll see if he can do anything. But Salter now working over the bottom. Just can't get that drive off the corner like the 073 machine can. As he can stay in that throttle. As they are still side by side down the front straightaway. Brandon Joy still running in 7th, just for all your fans out there. But meanwhile, still a great battle going on for that top spot. Salter down to the bottom side by side with the 073 of Steve Robbins. Robbins trapped up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Jason Salter is going to drag race him down here to the start finish line as they get popsicle sticks in the air. He's going to lead that time by the number 10 machine. But Salters has a great battle going on for the top spot. Wascom looking to try to maybe even split the difference there in that number 15 machine's top 4 has gotten away from the rest of the field here. Look at Wascom throwing it in there. Deep as, oh man, Salter makes some contact with the bottom wall. He's in jeopardy of not making the transfer here in the number 10 machine. So Racing Jason Salter going to fall back as Wascom still running in that second spot. Now down to the bottom, trying to sling it in here with a 073 Brewer. Now here down the back straight, a little bit of contact. 073 to 15. Robbins and Wascom. Here comes Brewer down to the, trying to split the difference here. Wascom trying to get over, one over on the 073 machine. Drag race down to the start finish line. It's going to be the 073 of Robbins. Wascom going to finish for 2. Third is going to be Alex Brewer, and Racing Jason going to round out your top 4. As we get ready for the C main here, the C main going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 13. That is Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey aboard the number 13 machine. His dancing part of the outside, driving the number 16. That's going to be David Blackburn. Inside row number 2, starting in the third start position. That's David Brewer aboard the 319 machine. And Bailey Hip going to roll off in the 4th spot in the 46 machine. Rolling off 5th will be the Tennessee Tumbler. That is Brett Rolls aboard the 124 machine. And Ryan Bronson going to roll off in that 6th starting position. Rolling off 7th going to be the number 53 of Chadwick Rigby. And Brandon Joy going to roll off in the 8th starting position in that 193 machine. Rolling off 9th will be Jim Revis, the evil one himself, in that number 21 machine, and Trace Williams. And the number 60 going to roll off in the 10th starting position. Rolling off 11th and 11th final guy is going to be Chris Lowen aboard that number 7 machine. As we let these guys pretty much roll and tell the picture here, they're pacing in the C main. And these guys going to have to fight for every position that they can make here. We'll see what's going to happen with these guys. And see if Ramsey, Blackburn, Brewer, Hip, Rolls, Bronson, Rigby, Joy, Revis, or Williams. One of those guys are going to make the A main here. A few of those guys are going to make the A main here. They're getting ready to send this off on its way off a turn. Number 4, green flags in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway. It is going to be 10 laps. Going to be the distance here for your C main. Williams Grove, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. 3 wide for second already as the 319 of David Brewer down the bottom. Contact made, and around goes the 16 of Blackburn. Tough break for David Blackburn in the number 16 machine as he went around in a knot, and he's going to be relegated towards the back in the 21 machine of Jim Revis now trying to make his way up through the field, trying to get around these guys as Rolls making contact there with the 46, more contact with the 21. Rolls keeps it going, so does the 21 of Revis. Revis comes out of that one smelling like roses inside the top 4. It is the number 21 of Jim Revis running in that 4th spot. Meanwhile, up front, it is Caleb Ramsey in the number 13 machine. Second is going to be David Brewer, 319. The 6 of Ryan Bronson is running for 3. Fourth is Jim Revis. Chadwick Rigby. A mouthful here this evening for me. In the 53 machine, normally not a mouthful, but with the sinus infection once again, it's a little bit of a mouthful here. The 53 machine was looking down to the bottom side here. The 124 of Brett Rolls. Rolls still hanging on to the top 5 in the 124 machine. Billy Hip having a lot of issues in that 46 machine. He said he had some issues with the wheel locking up here earlier. See if he can get that righted here. He's still got 7 laps of the C main to try to get it going here in that number 46 machine. It's pretty much staying single file so far. No real battle for a position out there on the speedway. Bronson's probably the closest to the 319 to David Brewer. Brewer still holding on to that second spot. It is the 313 machine, though, of Ramsey leading the quick way around here in the C main in that number 13 machine. So great job to Ramsey. Brewer now running in that second spot. It is number 6 of Bronson running for 3. Brewer getting a tad bit out of shape as Bronson now tries to the outside. In that Speedway sponsor machine, side-by-side battle down the back straightaway. It is Ryan Bronson to the top of the Speedway. Brewer trying to stay out of the throttle just a little bit as they come off of turn number 4. 4 laps remain here for the number 13 of Ramsey. Great battle going on for the second spot between Bronson and Brewer. Brewer in the 319, that black and blue car. Then you got one of my favorites, the purple and yellow machine, the 6 of Ryan Bronson to the top shelf of the Speedway. Side by side, give it to Bronson for second. The 319 of Brewer backfiring down to the inside as we got 3 more laps around the Williams Grove Speedway. The number 21 of Revis starting to catch it on to these guys who have been battling for second and third. Revis now going to get into this battle here as Ramsey's starting to fade here late in the going here as he's led this race, but it seems like these guys starting to reel him in. Is he going to be able to hold on here to the C main and that number 13 machine? These consolation events are very, very important to lock yourself into the main. Popsicle sticks going to go out in the air there for the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey, Bronson, Brewer, Revis, Rolls, Rigby, Hip, Williams, Joy, and Blackburn. That is your top 10. It is Ramsey. It's been all Ramsey in here, the C main, and that number 13 machine. Ryan Bronson running in that second spot, though, is trying to track him down as they see the white flag in the air. One more trip around the speedway. Can Caleb Ramsey hold on to the C main here and lock himself into the A main? Here comes Revis down to the bottom. He's fighting for that third spot. A little bit of contact. Revis gets out of shape. Revis almost losing it, but he's able to hang on. Great hands by the number 21 himself, the evil one, Jim Revis. Meanwhile, off of turn number 4, picking up the C main, it's going to be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Ryan Bronson going to finish in there for 2. For 3 is going to be David Brewer, and 4th is going to be Jim Revis. 5th, Brett Rolls, Chadwick Rigby, Bailey Hip, Trace Williams, Brandon Joy, and David Blackbird and Chris Lowen round out your 11 car C main. So as we get ready to send some of these cars here into the A main, out of the B main here, Constellation basically number 2, we're going to call it here. Starting on the pole is going to be Raging Ron Piles aboard the number 68 machine. He's dancing part of the outside, going to be the 61. You've won graphics number 61. That is Josh Peacock, excuse me, aboard the number 61. Rolling off in the third starting position, driving the number 07 machine, that's Justin Pruitt. Pruitt aboard the 07 machine, and RJ Packer in the 406. He's going to roll off in that 4th spot. Rolling off 5th, that's Electric Eric Eichstead. Rolling off in 5th, and that number 12 machine is Stephen Moore in the 73. He's going to roll off 6th. Rolling off 7th, that's the 178. That's Steven Redunes, and outside of him is Sawyer Switek in the number 67 machine. Rolling off in the 9th starting position, that's Jordan Cutie in the number 40 machine. Man, I slaughtered that name. And outside, they have Ryan Baker aboard the number 622. Next row back, going to be the number 24. That's Brendan Hoff, and his dancing brother outside driving the number 83. That's Ryan Oakes. As they roll down the back straightaway, it's Rayton Ron aboard the number 68 machine, the 61 of Peacock, Pruitt, Packer, Eichstead, Moore, and Dune, Swiatek, and Baker. That is your 10 cars here that I can see. You're in the scoring pylon, iRacing.com pace track down on pit road. He pulled away rather quickly. Pyle setting the pace here in the number 68 machine, waiting for that green flag to come out off a turn number 4. Real slow start. Green flags in the air, and the flagger with a delayed start. The 68 of Rotten Piles going to lead the charge here into turn number 1. Here comes the 07 machine of Pruitt as Piles gets a tad bit loose up there in the front of the field. The number 68 machine, man, getting loose off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Josh Peacock to the top shelf of the speedway, and the number 61 machine. Side-by-side battle for the top spot. Here comes Pruitt to make a 3 wide off of turn number 4. Contact made. Pruitt and Piles. Piles goes around the 68 machine in a knot. Tough break for the number 68 of Ron Piles. Peacock assumes the lead there in the number 61 machine. In the H&L sponsored Evil One Graphics machine, the 61 of Peacock is assuming the lead. Eric Eichstead running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is RJ Packer. Justin Pruitt right now running in that 4th spot. Battling for 3rd, side-by-side battle for that 3rd spot. Pruitt down to the bottom side. The 406 of Packer up on the top shelf for the Speedway. Still a side-by-side battle. More contact being made there. As, oh man, the 07 of Pruitt just able to slide in for that 3rd spot. What a tough race here this evening. A really tough race here for the B main. This is Consolation event number 2, as the feature event is still left here on DWR Sunday Night Shootout, Williams Grove Speedway for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, your source for esports racing is the Full Velocity Racing Network. Peacock still holding on there in the 61, and he is just driving away in the 61 machine, putting down some pretty quick lap times. In that machine, his second spot is going to be the 12 machine of Electric Eric Eichstead. 3rd is going to be Justin Pruitt. RJ Packer running in that 4th spot. Stephen Moore running 5th. 6th is Stephen Rendoons. 7th is Ryan Baker. Swiatek in the number 67 machine running 8th. We're just watching these guys as the top 5 as these guys are advancing through the field, just looking at some of the advancements that have been happening here, but we're going to look and see what is going to happen here with these guys up front. But it looks like Eric Eichsted's starting to pull away here. Pruitt running in 3rd. 4th is Stephen Moore as he's able to get around Packer in that 406 machine. As RJ Packer is now falling back to the 5th spot. The 73 also sponsored HNL there, Stephen Moore, running in the 4th spot, trying to track down the top 3 as those guys starting to run away and hide. So we're going to have 3 laps to go here for the number 61 of Josh Peacock. 2nd is still going to be Eric Eichstead. 3rd is going to be Justin Pruitt still. These guys all got gaps in between them, and Stephen Moore running in 4th. Looks like he's starting to gap himself between himself and the 406 machine of RJ Packer and the 178 of Stephen Redoons, and it's rather interesting to see how this is playing out here in Constellation event number 2, as Popsicle Stick's going to come out here for the number 61 of Josh Peacock. And man, has he put on a torrid pace here in Constellation event number 2, the B main. Number 12, like I said, running in 2nd. Here comes Pruitt down to the bottom side. The great battle going on for the 2nd spot. Pruitt down to the bottom. Up top is Eric Eichstead in the number 12 machine. Eichstead disappears there momentarily down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Still side by side for second as Pruitt down to the bottom here, lunging it in just a little bit deeper, trying to get the drive off the corner. Eichsted's got the lead here at the line with white flag in the air. Peacock already down the back straightaway in that number 61 machine. Number 12 machine of Eichstead still battling here for the second spot. As into turn number 3, it's going to be Josh Peacock. Out of turn number 4, going to indeed pick up the win here in the B main. Second is going to be, we're going to see this drag race down to the start finish line. Eichstead, no competition for Pruitt. Pruitt going to finish up in third. Eric Eichstead going to finish up second. Third is going to be Pruitt, like I said, Moore, RJ Packer, Stephen Reduce, Baker. Round out your 7 cars that I got left. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these guys getting locked and loaded here for the A main. We're going to throw down trackside for a quick playing of our national anthem. These guys already rolling around, starting on the pole, going to be driving the number 84. That's E.J. Jones. Derek Debris going to roll off in the second spot. Rolling off third is going to be the showstopper, Jamie Massey. And his dance brother outside driving the number 97. That's Rocky Battenfield. Rolling off fifth is going to be the 073 of Robbins, Steve Robbins. And Chad Bird in the 17 going to roll off sixth. Rolling off seventh is Casey Brunson. Brunson aboard the 010. The 012 of Brendan Richards going to roll off eighth. Rolling off ninth is Kyle Surratt. Rolling off 10th will be Chase Wascom in the number 15 machine. 16th going to be, or number 20 is going to roll off 11th. Greg Jumberville, Austin Miners, Daniel Stifler, Terry Joyner. It's going to be Alex Brewer, David Clymer, Joshua Ely, RJ Klein, Preston Williams, Jason Salter, Caleb Ramsey, Josh Peacock, Ryan Bronson, Eric Eichstead, David Brewer, Justin Pruitt. And that is your field here for tonight. And that is 26 big ones out there on the speedway as we get ready to lock and load on to turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We know you got a favorite out there. Who's it gonna be? Let us know out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Let us know who is going to win this race here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Full Velocity Racing Network. Lap 1 of 60. It's E.J. Jones going to lead them down to the start-finish line. As we sit there and watch the battle, letting the picture do the imaging, letting it do the talking for us, I should say. It is doing the imaging. That's the picture. But it's the 84 of E.J. Jones with the lead over the showstopper Jamie Massey running 4-2. And that 62 machine, the 073 of Robbins running in third spot. Derek Debris is currently running in fourth, but he's getting a good battle there with Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield works down to the bottom side. That's Big Monkey. And that number 97 machine as he works side by side. here for the 4th position. And man, what a battle that is! As we got battles going out throughout the field. Let's take a look back here to like position number 9 here with Braden Richards in the 012 machine. As he's got Brunson, you can just see all these guys just fighting tooth and nail to try to get up to the top spot. As we see Trace Williams out there cheering for the number 71 machine. Want to see who else you guys got to have a favorite out there. I only see one person picking somebody that they're cheering for here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I know you guys got to be cheering for somebody out there. Let's see that chat box roll with picks here tonight. We're on lap 5 of 60, and just watching the great battling going on throughout the field here with the number 25 of Surratt looking down to the bottom again. This is battling about mid-pack here with the 9th and 10th position. But I tell you what, great battling going on here. Surratt really working over the bottom side there in that number 25 machine, almost making contact, getting a tad bit loose. And these guys just checking up for one another, and that goes to show you the great drivers here they have over here at DWR Sunday Night Shootout. E.J. Jones trying to pull away here a lot like he did here Wednesday night in that number 84 machine. But I tell you what, he's got a different type of competitor than the 62 machine of Jamie Massey running in that 2nd spot. Steve Robbins running in 3rd. 4th is still Debris. Now 5th is Rocky Battenfield. As Battenfield has been drop kicked back to that 5th spot in the number 97 B machine, as you can see there on the screen. There we go. We're getting some more picks coming in here. There's Jake Duckett out there. Go Team Massey. So we got another pick out there. So we want to see more. We've seen 2 here this evening. We're on lap 7 of 60. These guys flashing by the start finish line. It is still E.J. Jones. We're your current race lead. Let's go in cockpit here. Let's go in car here with the driver of the number 62 machine as we go in car with Jamie Massey. Going to show a quick way around as they flash by the start finish line. Quick way around Williams Grove Speedway. Let's ride with him. That was a lightning quick lap there for the number 62 machine. Jamie Massey, 24.930, faster than their current race leader, which was a 24.945. Just going on board there with the number 62, the showstopper himself, Jamie Massey. Derek Debris, something want to miss aboard the number 117 machine. I think he's been inducted by aliens. That's unfortunate there for Derek Debris, as Debris now, his good run has faltered as he's fallen through. Oh, no, he's back now. So Debris blips out, comes back. They're running in that 3rd spot. Let's go take a look down through the field. Let's go see how racing Jason Salter is here. The number 10 machine. He's fighting here. And this is a battle for the 16th position. So Salter right now running pretty good in that number 10 machine. Probably not as good as we want to. He had to come from deep in the field, though. Racing Jason Salter, the 10 machine. Just look at these guys and the laps that these guys are clipping off here at Williams Grove Speedway. And just, I mean, even Alex Brewer, these guys are fast. And you're seeing them towards the back. I mean, it goes to show you what the competition strength is like here at DWR Sunday Night Shootout. And, oh, parking lot over there in the corner. We're going to bring out our first yellow flag. As the first yellow flag has transpired here for the number 84 VJ Jones, his lead is evaporated there. So we have Jamie Massey out there. Right now, your current running top 5. We're going to take a look at what your top 5 is currently running. This is going to be Jones, Massey, Debris, Battenfield, and Robbins. That is your top 5. These guys just getting ready to fight tooth and nail. Again, 14 green flag laps. What a great, or 13 green flag laps, excuse me, for the number 84 of E.J. Jones. So great to see him. I mean, just showing the fast way around here. And take a look at him here. His, like I said, current position first, started first, lowest is first. So number 84 has led every lap so far. As these guys getting ready to lock and load, he has led. I'm not 100% sure as how many laps he's won, but ran, I should say. As green flag comes back out here, we're racing. Here's 15 and 60 go up on the board. 16 now starting lap number 16 as E.J. Jones down to the bottom side. Jamie Massey up top. Trying to make something happen. Can Massey get around the number 84? Rocky Battenfield now to the top shelf for the speedway there in the number 97 machine. As we're going to fall under yellow flag number 2. Taking a break as I ran out of my elixir, the body armor here, Tropical Punch. Wishing I had a little bit more to drink here tonight. Starting to get a little bit of a cotton mouth kind of feel. Like I said, in the move, in the middle of a transition, a little bit late to the going, so some graphics not updated like probably DWR wants here tonight. That's unfortunate. I'm very, very sorry. Thought we had it worked out there, but last minute we didn't want to miss any of the racing action here for the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Like I said, in middle of transition, moving, got everything set up here at the new shindigs. The internet's faster. Everything's a little bit better over here. Even the setup's even better. Is a new desk, a new thing. And man, I'm sitting in a nice comfy chair as I don't have my computer chair over here. So I'm sitting in a actual chair. So it's fantastic here to watch the racing. Enjoy, sit back, watch it here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for your e-race or your esports racing experience here. Full Velocity Racing Network. Is there some other races going on? I believe Stars on Dirt still going on. Phil and Jack Truant over there. Also got to thank Charles. He's out there. He is over at Race Course. He's covering an event here. So we got 3 live events here on Facebook Live. Going to be some fantastic racing again here tonight in DWR Sunday Night Shootout, showing us why they are so fast, why it's the most competitive league here in the street stocks that we see besides Wednesday night street fights. Obviously, DWR has that going too. So we'll see if some of these guys can come together. You want to ride with the 62 on the restart. So, okay, we'll ride with the 62 on the restart. As Northwest Racing Series sponsors this onboard camera in the car, Jamie Massey. Restart. We're showing you the restart, what's going on here with the number 62 machine. As you, the fans out there, that's why you're important to us out there. We're just showing you Jamie Massey's in-car view here. We always like to see the new looks. Like I said, Jamie Massey here in car, just listening to his throttle control, trying to get around the number 84 of E.J. Jones. As yellow flag going to fly again. So our fun in the onboard camera, we showed you the restart. What's happening here? Yellow flag's going to slow it down. And that old adage, cautions breed cautions. We got the 3rd caution here in a row. So right now at Williams Grove Speedway, we've had 3 cautions, 7 caution flag laps, and we've had 2 lead changes here, Williams Grove Speedway. Again, watching here as we're on lap 21 of 60, almost halfway home. DWR Sunday Night Shootout is yellow flag flies once again. Like you said, 3rd yellow flag of the evening We had the first 12 laps under green flag conditions. I'm Todd Stan, producer and announcer here tonight at the DWR Sunday Night Shootout here live on your source for esports racing, Full Velocity Racing Network. And just waiting to get back to green flag racing. It looks like single file, maybe the call. Maybe they'll go to double file here at least one more time. We're waiting for these guys to get locked and loaded. As yellow flags that keep seem to be coming up here, and it's unfortunate. Like I said, there is some of our graphics not updated to our liking here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network, so we'll make sure that that's fixed. It's like I said, transition to the move. Can't tell you guys enough, but it's beautiful New York, I tell you, out there right now. Snowing, sleeting. It was 65 yesterday, now it's 30. Can you imagine? 30 degree swing. Just can't believe it here tonight. Right, waiting for racing season, about 2 weeks away, and man, this doesn't seem like it's going to get started here, as racing on Friday nights will kind of cap me off here on Full Velocity Racing Network. But man, what a great show that these guys have been doing and here on Sunday nights, and I always look forward to covering these guys. And I don't care if I'm by myself even. It's just a fantastic race that these guys always put on. Dirt Warrior Racing, I mean, top-notch league. I mean, you guys got to get involved in these guys. They put on a show, great adminship, great brotherhood here. It really is a brotherhood at DWR. It's a green flag back in the air. Number 84 of EJ Jones take to the top spot. As we have a slinky effect going on through the corner. Oh, something happened to Massey. He's able to save it, though. Jamie Massey, more contact. Somebody is up in the air. I believe that's going to bring out another yellow flag. Yellow flag number 4 in this many laps. As we look at the slinky effect here, and just watch the 117, he thinks he's clear, he's up against the wall, more contact being made, and debris upside down, turtle, roof sliding, and back up on its wheels. And the 117 debris looks like he's got the worst end of that. He thought maybe he would be safe up towards the wall. He was able to save another life of another driver, though, being up there cushioning that blow. So, we have a new outside guy. That is the number 97, B of Rocky Battenfield. Battenfield now is going to be running in that second spot. And that number 97 machine, Massey, has fallen back to that third spot. As Chet Bird is running 4th, and 5th is Casey Brunson. Kyle Surratt running 6th. So look at Surratt in that number 25 machine. He's come up through the field. Caleb Ramsey 7th. Brandon Richards, Daniel Stifler, and Justin Pruitt round out your top 10. So great racing going on here as these guys coming up through. But again, 4 yellow flags has been mired here through the middle portion of this event. We're not even halfway home, and we've already had 4 yellow flags. And, you know, like I said, everybody was tight together as we had some great green flag racing. 12 laps of green flag racing to start this off, and then it's been yellow flag all pretty much since. So indeed, let's say they're going to take it to single file. Going to be the way to land here on this restart. See if that's going to help the adage here of what's been going on. The cautions breed cautions here. Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Getting ready to get the green flag off of turn number 4. It's EJ Jones, Rocky Battenfield, Massey, Bird, and Brunson. That is your top 5. Green flag back in the air. And we're motoring down the front straightaway. And the 84 EJ Jones leading the charge down to turn 1. Here comes Battenfield down to the bottom side by side for the lead there. EJ Jones able to motor out of it, though, there in the middle groove. And then number 84 machine able to hold on to the top spot and lengthen his lead down the back straightaway here in turn number 3. It is still Rocky Battenfield for the second spot. Jamie Massey now all over the rear bumper of the number 97 machine, as now he's able to get right up there, as he made a mistake there early on in the going. So we'll see if Massey's able to take and capitalize back into that second spot as we're getting ready to come up on halfway home here. As we come down the back straightaway here into turn number 3, we're going to have 30 in and 30 to go as they hit the start-finish line. It's going to be E.J. Jones and that number 84, the Cedar Cove sponsored machine. Going to get the halfway home signal. Rocky Battenfield doing everything he can to hold on to that second spot there from Jamie Massey. Fourth is Chad Bird. Brunson still running in fifth. Sixth is Kyle Surratt. In the number 25 machine, Ramsey running in the seventh position. Braden Richards in eighth. Daniel Stifler up to ninth in the number 71 machine. So he's starting to come to life there in that machine. Those 7 Justin Pruitt still hanging on to the top 10 there. He's got R.J. Klein and David Brewer right there battling. Eric Eichstead now is up to the 12th position. So he's starting to come up through the field. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here to Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank all the fans out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. If you like what you see here on Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you give us some star donations. That keeps us going here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Not only does it keep it going, helps equipment upgrades and everything we need to do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Maybe even pay some of the different bills that Full Velocity has ensued here. And some fantastic overlays that we got going on here. And the merger here between Full Velocity Racing Network, or well, I should say Full Velocity TV and Virtual Racing Network is live here. And I tell you, Full Velocity is glad to be a part of this one and able to keep on their name. And we just became the Racing Network now. It's Full Velocity and now covering 3 big leagues right now on Facebook Live. So if you're not tuning in here, tune into one of those other ones. Or if you're just tuning in for a second and you like asphalt race course, we got asphalt for you over there. But if you like dirt, you want to stay here or go over onto the stars here for Facebook Live, because those guys still looking for some things going on over there. I believe they're still live. We'll see, because I cannot see what there's going on over there at the stars. But 8 Mile, I can see what's going on here as E.J. Jones starting to run away from the number 97 to Rocky Battenfield. Chad Bird still running in that third spot now as he's able to hold on to that. As Casey Brunson running fourth. Fifth now is Kyle Surratt. So Surratt's moved up to the 5th position. Jamie Massey has fallen back all the way to 6th. Not sure what happened to the 62 machine, but he has fallen back to the 6th spot. And he's going to have to try to mount a charge once again, as all these other drivers got around him. Looks like a little bit of damage to the 62 machine. His yellow flag going to fly here for the 5th time of the evening. So we're going to show you, it was Terry Joyner there, getting a little bit of contact there with Bronson in the number 6 machine. So Joyner going around. We'll show it real quick again as he was trying to race real hard with a 010 machine of Braden Richards. And the 711 goes around in a knot. So single file is going to be the way to land the rest of the evening. 60 laps of the distance. So we have 36 to 60 as up in the left-hand turn, or left-hand corner of your screen. It's definitely not Texas Motor Speedway here. It's playing around with some new widgets that we got here at Full Velocity Racing Network. Definitely hit the wrong widget. As we're looking down through here, just looking at different locations, different things that are going on here, and this is the one we actually wanted. E.J. Jones there, like you said, he's been back to second, so he has not led every single lap. So he was scored in the second position there in the 84 machine at one point. So the iRacing.com safety truck still has the lights atop that machine, and so they're still flashing there. It should go off this time by. So we look at him, and then we're going to look at Rocky Battenfield, where he fell to. Right now, his current qualifying position is not correct. I'm not sure what's going on there. So here we go. So current position 2, started 4th, and his lowest has been 5th. So he's had his work cut out for him there in that number 97 machine. Let's take a look at Casey Brunson. Brunson has been all over the place. So Casey Brunson, current position is 3rd, started 7th. Look how far back he's been, 14th. I tell you what, that guy's driving through the field. Casey Brunson is 010. Keep your eye out on him and see what he can do here. We get ready to go back to green flag racing. It's E.J. Jones going to be double file here. The number 97 on the outside. That is Rocky Battenfield. Green flag back in there, and we're racing down the front straightaway. Number 84 of EJ Jones going immediately up to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to kill that run here from the 97 of Battenfield. Here comes the 17 of Bird down to the bottom side. 3 wide battle there. Bird was momentarily locked in a 3 wide battle between himself, Brunson, and I believe that was the number 25 of Surratt down on the bottom. His yellow flag going to fly once again. Just as quick as green flag comes out, we have another yellow flag. As we indeed have a parking lot this time again. Ladies and gentlemen, a parking lot going on. There's miners around all by the selfie. And he collects a bunch of cars. Terry Joyner, the 6th, the 99. I believe Wascom was even involved in that one. It was a tough break for those guys. It's not having a great go of it there. It's, like you said. So as we continue to pace this field under yellow flag, got to thank our sponsors here. And we're going to throw it to one of our great sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I don't know.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
Gotta thank Evil One Graphics for that great sponsor plug, and gotta thank Eric Eichstad there for Eric Eichstad Promotions for a great commercial video here for Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they are evil. Back to Green Flag Racing here momentarily as the lights are extinguished atop the iRacing.com official pace truck here. As they're getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn down to pit road and send these guys back on their way. We have 19 laps remaining. And I tell you what, guys, the chat box has not been alive here tonight. I've been monitoring it. I've been watching it. I know you guys are out there. Say hello. Say hi. Star donations. Anything. Just let us know you're out there watching here on Full Velocity Racing Network and enjoying the show. There's 84 of EJ Jones down to the bottom side here. The number 97 of Rocky Battenfield goes back to the top shelf of the Speedway. Can't get anything to happen. Oh, Bird almost around there. Don't know if he's going to continue around. Nope. Able to save it, but yellow flag going to fly. Yellow flag again. Paging Dr. Green. Paging Dr. Green. We need some elixir for the yellow fever here. Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I'll give you the longitude and latitude, and that way you can drop right in down in the center of the track and make sure that the elixir is given correctly here for the yellow fever. As we look at these guys, you got some of the cars getting laps back. The number 99 flashing by here. Going to get one of his laps back. And join the tail in the field, Preston Williams. David Brewer now out of this event, and they're in the 319 machine. That's unfortunate there, as Brewer had a pretty good piece. All these guys have pretty good pieces underneath them. I'm going to see if they're going to be able to hang on, though, maybe, and try to take down a victory here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway. I know there's been a lot of yellow flags here in the middle portion. We had some great green flag racing, and then all of a sudden yellow fever just set in here. And cautions breed cautions. That's what's happened. As EJ Jones, I know these guys all want to race. And it happens. It seems to happen at Williams Grove a lot. You get really racy. It seems really good. You guys get spread out. And then once you get back together, you want to make up some spots because you're afraid that's going to happen again. I understand the driver's terminology. I understand, when you put that helmet on, you want to win a race. So this time we're going to go on board. Let's go on board the number 25 on this restart of Kyle Surratt. So we're going to go on board here with Surratt. 5th starting position here. As we're going to go on board to see what happens here, how he goes through the motions here at the Williams Grove Speedway. This is a great on-board view. He puts that hammer down as green flag comes out. And let's listen to Kyle Surratt and his throttle control. And around by himself, the number 25 of Kyle Surratt. And we were on board, guys. We were on board. First ever on board excursion here. And it involved a wreck. Tough break for Kyle Surratt. We're going to show you that in replay form here from outside the camera. As now we take a look here, and what happened is it may have been, he just slammed it in deep. And I think he had a little bit of help there. The 14 RJ Klein might have tapped him in a little bit faster than he wanted to go as he was setting it in. And Surratt around in the number 25 machine. Aerial coverage being covered here tonight, provided by Sam's Ford here. The aerial coverage for tonight's race down in Texas. So we're going to show you from the aerial here as the number 25 of Kyle Surratt goes down to the bottom here. And yep, a little bit of contact there. And the number 14 machine, around they go. So we have 12 laps to go, and just watching these guys and watching what's going on. And hopefully we have no more issues here. We get back to green flag racing and we stay green flag. Taking a deep breath as we get ready to come under 10 to go here at Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I tell you what, yes, yellow flags have plagued us here. Hopefully that is all over. We put that behind us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSports racing. DWR Sunday Night Shootout is getting ready, locked and loaded. Is Phil calling in tonight already, just checking in with me, saying his race is all over at Stars. Tonight's race hasn't been happening here as we're getting ready to go back to green flag here off of turn number 4. Green flag back in the air as we're racing down the front straightaway. The 84 of E.J. Jones, and yellow flag comes right back out here. So yellow flag number 7 going to come out. So yellow flag coming out here. We're going to restack or repack the field, and man, it's tough when the yellow flags keep coming out. I know DWR guys are probably not happy. I know the drivers probably not happy. They don't want to be pacing here around the Williams Grove Speedway, and I know nobody wants to pace. No, the fans don't like to see pacing either. They want to see good hard racing. I have to agree with you, Eric. It is a fast track when it's green, really fast. You can see it's not as green as it should be. You can see where the groove has already moved up to. So as we enter the back straightaway here, and hopefully get ready to go for 9 green flag laps here at Williams Grove Speedway in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. These guys are pretty quiet. Facebook Live pretty quiet here as I know Stars on Dirt ended. Hopefully you guys are tuning in. as we're going to get 8 more laps around. It's the 84 of E.J. Jones, your current race leader. Rocky Battenfield running second. Look at him go way to the top side of the speedway. And number 97 machine trying to get a run. You know, these guys getting kind of sick there. The 0-1-0 Casey Brunson running for 3. Brunson now dives down to the bottom side and is trying to get around Rocky Battenfield. Great side-by-side battle for second. Looks like E.J. Jones kind of developed a push, but he's also throttling it down at the bottom. We've seen this here in the Wednesday night street fights for the number 84 machine. Able to hold it down to the bottom side. Here comes a 0-1-0 down to the bottom too, and yellow flag going to fly once again. Yellow flag, I believe this is going to be yellow flag number 9 tonight. Yellow flag number 9. And Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania is slowed by another yellow flag. I don't think the elixir helped here. Maybe have to page Phil or something. I don't know what's going to happen here. But great racing been going on. Just some yellow flags been happening. As we have 5 laps to go, the lights are still on. The iRacing.com Pace Truck. Got to thank our sponsors here rather quickly. Evil One Graphics, not only good, they're evil. CNC Race Design, Jameson Colbridge. If you guys want wraps from either one of those guys, you better get them in. I tell you what, those guys are wicked, wicked busy, and kudos to those guys. I tell you what, never would think about painting a car. I could never do that. I can't even do a paint by numbers, guys. So that's why I'm up here in the announcer's booth and not painting cars. Also got to thank Spotify Firearms. Got to thank Brendan for being aboard with us here on Full Velocity Racing Network since day one. Got to thank also iRacing iFlag, Jeff Brown. Has had us do some voiceovers for iRacing iFlag and different things for him. I tell you what, that guy does a lot for the community. Go out and support him. iRacing iFlag, he's got some awesome stuff over there. I tell you what, we may be looking for some fan giveaways there from iRacing iFlag. I may go buy some just to give you guys something to come away with. If we can come up with enough star donations, maybe we'll give out an iRacing iFlag or something. Or maybe we'll talk with Jeff Brown. If you guys want to sponsor here on Full Velocity Racing Network, we have all kinds of ways to get involved here on Full Velocity Racing Network. You can be aerial coverage. You can be the caution overlay here, which every time caution comes out, you can be on the overlay up there. You could be a onboard camera sponsor here on Full Velocity Racing Network. And it goes on through. We can make sure we have all kinds of sponsorship, and you get widgets and different things that are going on. So if you want to sponsor us here on Full Velocity Racing Network, please get a hold of us. As green flag going to come back out, we're racing down the front straightaway here again. Hopefully it's going to stay green for the final 3 laps here. As it is E.J. Jones, Rocky Battenfield for 2. For 3 right now is Casey Brunson, Chad Bird, Jamie Massey, Daniel Stifler, Ramsey, Debris, Climber, and Miners. That is your top 10. Already down the back straightaway, and look at haymakers being thrown by the number 97 of Battenfield, trying to work over the top shelf of the speedway, trying to make something happen. As Popsicle Stick's going to come up in the air. 2 more trips around the Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. It has been all E.J. Jones tonight. Rocky Battenfield still running second, trying to find something different here. Really trying to get some momentum grab off the top shelf of the speedway. Just does not seem to be happening there for the 97B machine. Looks like he's going to have to settle for that second spot. And hopefully don't mess up too much. As now here comes Brunson down to the bottom side. White Silk in there. 1 more trip around the speedway as they're knocking each other around there for the second spot. Brunson was down to the bottom there momentarily. Battenfield now settles in for second. E.J. Jones leading the charge down here to turns 1 and off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway here for the final time. Into turn number 3. It is E.J. Jones, been all E.J. Jones in the Cedar Cove sponsored machine. The number 97 going to run in that second spot, but off of turn number 4, picking up the A-main here, Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, E.J. Jones. Second going to go to Rocky Battenfield. Third going to be Casey Brunson, Chad Bird, Jamie Massey, the showstopper. 5th, 6th is going to be David Clymer. 7th, Derek Debris. Austin Miner's going to finish up 8th. Caleb Ramsey, 9th. 10th, Daniel Stifler. Ryan Bronson. Eric Eichstead going to finish 12th. 13th going to be Steve Robbins, Kyle Surratt, Jason Salter. Man, he had a rough go of it here tonight. Salter finishing 15th. Joshua Ely, Joyner Pruitt, Peacock Williams, Tuberville, Brewer, Klein, Richards, Wascom, and Brewer again rounds out your 26-car field. As we get ready, locked and loaded here, we're going to go to the pre-race, or not the pre-race show. To the exit, I should say. To the victory lane ceremonies here on Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to run on over to Discord, so we'll be right back at you here momentarily here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Your source for esports racing. So hopefully we're back live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and going to finish up here the top three. So we're going to run down here to the third place finisher, driver, the 010, Casey Brunson. And I tell you what, Casey, you guys had a good race going on here throughout the field, and things went awry there about, I tell you had a good 12-lap green flag run, and all of a sudden yellow flags came out, and it seemed like cautions breed cautions here tonight. Williams Grove either puts on a great race normally, or the yellow flags come out, and I know it's a tough track. Tell us about your race here tonight. Okay, we're going to try this again. Casey, what a fantastic race here tonight. Like you said, cautions breed cautions. We were talking a little bit earlier here on the microphone, and then all of a sudden things weren't coming awry like we wanted to. But tell us about your race here tonight.
I think I started around 8. Kept on going to the back. I was all over the place at the beginning, but a couple big wrecks happened. I missed a couple of them. Got collected in one big one. Kind of messed the car up a little bit, but was able to get back up to the front.
Yeah, it looked like it was really hard to get to the front there in that machine, and it looked like the wrecks, I mean, they were happening about a minute of the portion. Is it due to the track conditions? Was it real slick out there? Is it that tough to drive, or is it just that racy and everybody wants to go to the front that fast?
I think it's just pure racing. Everybody just want to go to the front. It was kind of up top most of the race. It kind of went down to the bottom, like the last 3 laps.
All right, Casey. Again, congratulations on your third place finish. We're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you here tonight.
I thank Eyesight Wraps, Jim Rivas, and everybody at DWR for putting this on. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, picking up third driver of the 010, Casey Brunson aboard the 010 machine here tonight. Again, congratulations on your third place finish. We're going to work our way on over to the second place finisher, and that's a guy that we're familiar with here. We're working down through trying to get to the number 97 machine, and it's been a while since we've seen him here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Big Monkey Rocky Battenfield bringing home position number 2. Another bridesmaid finish here tonight, Rocky, but a fantastic showing there for that 97. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I had a real good car tonight. EJ also had a monster. Couldn't get enough green flag laps to see who was better, and there at the end, the track kind of slicked off just enough where he went back to the bottom, and I had to run the top, and I think the bottom was the place to be. But yeah, it is what it is. And had to go with what we brought.
Well, still bringing home a second place finish. I know we had conversations earlier in the week, Rocky, and you said this is one of your favorite tracks. Why is this one of your favorite tracks?
It's a lot of throttle control once the track really gets slicked off, and it never really got slick, but it got pretty slick here. And EJ, he's one of the. I was talking to him about it, and not a whole lot of people go down to the bottom here once it starts to slick off, but once it does, and you got a little throttle control, it's really fast.
Yeah, definitely have to echo those sentiments. What was going through your mind, Rocky? I know you guys had a great green flag run there early in the going, 12 laps there to start off the show, and I thought maybe, man, green to checkered. And I mean, I was definitely wrong about that. I know Williams Grove is tough, and I asked Casey the same type of question. Is it more the track that's causing the yellow flags with the drivers, or this drivers saying, man, this track's real racy, let's get to the front, I can't let these guys get away?
Well, I think a lot of it is people on the restarts are just trying to get so much out of it, and you got to slow down so much going into 1 and 2 that it's almost like a chain reaction. And once the top guys slow down as it goes through the pack, it just kind of everything condenses. And I think that's what I don't know what it looked like on the screen, but I bet you that's what it looked like. Is people in the back just couldn't slow down in time.
It definitely looked like a lot of sinky effects through the middle portions of the field, Rocky. But I'm going to give the microphone. Thank you. I would like to thank here tonight. Who gets you here? And microphone's all yours.
First of all, I'd like to thank best team in iRacing with VLR. I'd like to thank WR1 Sim Chassis. They do phenomenal work. Look them up on Facebook. I'd like to thank Full Velocity coming out with new paint and have them as a sponsor. Appreciate you guys. Best in the business. And go check out my Facebook page on Ice Fighter Racing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up second place here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, driver of the 97B. That's Big Monkey Rocky Battenfield, and hopefully we'll see more of him here coming real soon here on Full Velocity Racing Network.
Ooh, ah.
Now we're going to bring another life to the party here tonight, and man, he won Wednesday night street fights in convincing fashion. He had a little bit different of a time here tonight. Looked like he had some more people knocking on his door. Some different type of competition here tonight. Driver of the number 84 Cedar Cove sponsor machine, EJ Jones, taking down another victory here. Back-to-back victories at Williams Grove. EJ, tell us about it. What changed here between the two nights?
We had quite a few more cautions tonight, and the top didn't get as dry. Well, I take it back. It got as dry, but it took it about an additional 15 laps for it to get dry. So I wasn't comfortable trying to get to the bottom in a hurry there until we got about 10 to go, and then I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and said, "Well, it should be there now, like it was on Wednesday. So we're gonna go down there now." And I started pulling Rocky there on those last 2 restarts when I started doing it. So we just hung around down there for the rest of the race. Luckily, got the as my phone goes off. Luckily, started up front all night, and starting up front definitely helps, especially at a place like Williams Grove that's it's hard to pass, and it's really hard to keep from running over others just because of how you have to kind of enter the turns here.
Yeah, definitely have to echo that, EJ. It's a fantastic race. You almost led every lap. It looked like somebody nipped you at the line. They said you were as low as second, so I think you may have missed 1 lap.
Oh.
Yeah. For
it may have been Rocky on that one restart that he timed me just right on that one restart, and I kind of shook my head like, "Oh God, I just screwed up." Luckily, I was able to get back by him over in 1 and 2, and the caution come right back at.
Yeah, definitely a tough track here tonight. And I asked Rocky. I said, "Do you think it was the drivers? Do you think it's a track?" The drivers look like they were in a hurry to get to the front. The track's difficult, as it always seems to, but it's also been racy. We've known it to be racy here at Williams Grove, but it seems to be slicking it off, and it becomes a driver's type of track. But it seems like everybody tries to get that real estate on the initial green flag that starts at the race. Is that the case, or maybe the track just winning these guys over?
I mean, honestly, it's easier to pass cars when they're in a big group, at like Knoxville and tracks like that. But to me, I would rather it get kind of strung out a little bit at Williams Grove, kind of get single file and kind of work around the bottom like I do. I always tell people, especially toward the end of the race, sometimes going slower is going to make you go faster, and this is one of those tracks that it's definitely the case.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you. You can see the throttle control on the bottom there for that number 84 machine. But anyway, the microphone and the floor is all yours. You know the routine here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Take it away, EJ.
First want to thank the guys, Cedar Cove Speed, Charles and Dylan, for everything they've done for me, helping me with iRacing and everything. Also, got to thank the guys at DWR for putting on the Wednesday and the Sunday races as well. Also, need to say hey to my mom. She's probably not watching, but that's okay. I forgive her. Also got to thank my friend Peter Delvan for when he let me use his sim rig as well. Everything I did on his was road racing. None of it was dirt, it seemed like, but it definitely it helped me a little bit, at least to know what kind of setup I want to get. And also I need to thank, like I said, Wraps for the wrap that we have on the car. I don't remember if it was Jamie Massey during the race and Rocky, they were looking at the back of the car saying they're getting thirsty. And it's like, yeah, my car runs on Michelob now, so, we just keep pouring it in there and it just keeps on running.
All right, I'm going to get to it, guys, and get down to Victory Lane here, but I got to close the show first, DJ. Then I'll be down there. Make sure you're saving some beer, and it's going to be a great party, anybody that wants to join. We
got plenty of Michelob, hamburgers, hot dogs, beef fajitas, and we got cake as well, so anyone and everyone is welcome to join us. Party, we'll tear it down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Driver of the number 84 Cedar Cove sponsor machine. That's E.J. Jones taking back-to-back wins here at DWR. Wednesday night street fights and the Sunday night shootout here. Again, one of the fantastic shows. Probably a little bit more cautions than anybody would want to see here for DWR. And the admins are probably not very happy with it. But I tell you, 42 cars here to start the night. 5 big heat races, 2 consolation events, and a 60-lap feature. What more can you ask for here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing? I'm Todd Stanton tonight. Got to thank everybody here at Full Velocity Racing Network for making everything possible here and my move and allowing me to get the time to move all my equipment, move everything around here, my family, everything here. Got to thank Phil. Got to thank Jack. Got to thank Charles Wooten out there. Got to thank my Raging Ron Piles, one of my broadcasters, And you got to thank Brett Rolls. Got to thank all those guys. If I'm forgetting you guys, it's not because I'm just bad with names, bad with memory. So again, until next time, we'll see you probably tomorrow night here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm Todd Stanton, signing off for the night. Good night.